Oh, we almost flipped it off for sure.
There we go. All right, we're live. Yes, we are. We're trying to work out the bugs here, folks.
Live at Englewood Beach.
Oh no. Now we got to put this in, turn this on. All right. Hang tight. Hang tight. Turn. We're going.
Tone.
Check, check. I don't know if it's working or not. I got a green light on here. So it must be it's on.
We got a green
light. How does it look, girls?
Great.
Good. Beautiful sunset making up
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, except my microphone. We're having a malfunction on the
Watch out with that
microphone.
muff.
Okay.
Careful, hand your
that's
muff.
right.
Careful.
That's right.
I would like you to reiterate that it is a little breezy down.
It is a little breezy here in Englewood Beach, and we're here live at Englewood Beach.
All right.
And I'm here. I'm the beach guy. I'm here with Tanner.
How you doing?
And Tanner, we got a couple stories that we're going to start, and we're going to mainly tell some stories about ourselves, and we hope that people are going to come up and they're going to interact with us, because we got a chair, a hot seat here waiting for somebody to come up and sit here. We got Bridget in the background. We'll try to talk her into getting over here.
We might have to.
we might have to get her and drag her over here and she can tell her story. But and if everybody doesn't know that much about the history, and you can tell it's really windy here at Englewood Beach, so we're going to try to bear with it. And the beach is pretty empty tonight.
Understand
that we are on the air right now. So if everybody doesn't know, I was the beach guy here at Englewood Beach for almost 12 years. It was just shy of 12 years. And we're down into the 14th year of being here. And for 2 years, the beach guy pretty much left Englewood, traveled up the East Coast, went to the Keys. Yeah, went to the Keys. And just trying to figure out a new identity. But all along, I am the Englewood Beach guy. And that's how this guy met me and knew that I'm the Englewood Beach guy. That's what it was when we met. So, and Tanner here, he moved down here. He's actually from Wisconsin. And I had this little chair and umbrella business. And I saw this cat, and I said, he'd be a great fit for Englewood Beach and for the beach guy business. And you were.
Yeah, worked out really good. I loved it. That was the best job I ever had.
That's right.
You can skim all day, work all day, make cash on the side.
That's right.
Nothing better than that.
It was great. So basically, I was running the place for years with my lovely assistant, Susan. We were running it. We made a thriving business. We met a lot of people from all over the country, all over the world. They came here and they rented chairs and umbrellas because we were cheap. We rented to set up 2 chairs and umbrella for $20.
Go up to St. Pete, you're spending $80.
That's right. That's right. We were the cheapest spot in the cheapest town at the coolest beach in the universe.
Beach. That is the truth.
But, no, actually, Tanner, he moved down here from Wisconsin because he wanted to get away from the.
Yeah, it's just way too cold.
Way too cold.
You can't work outside with gloves on, be an electrician, and I can't do it anymore. So I came down here in 2017, and this is my new home.
That's right. And that's how we met at Englewood Beach here. He actually, a friend of his came up and he introduced him, and I kind of couldn't remember his name at first. I mean, not a hard name to forget, Tanner, at the beach. But I saw him a couple times after that, and he would get his skimboard, because that's what you do here at Englewood.
Oh, yeah.
It's more so a skimboard beach as opposed to a surfing beach.
Oh, yeah, there is, very much not surfing.
That's right. It has to be flat.
Yeah.
It's got to be a certain way.
Yep, we like little waves that are nice and onshore, and easy to get to.
And then you can skim, and I tried to do it. I grabbed this board one time. It fell flat on my back. It's not made for old people.
It's not. It can be dangerous.
It's a young person's sport. I mean, you start to get a little like there, he might be back. He's got to work. He's got to work the next day.
Yeah, I definitely the last couple of years have seen my skimboard days shorten quite a bit.
But it was funny because Tanner, he used to come down here and he would dig himself a little hole.
Oh yeah.
That was his spot. I said, "What's up with this dude, man?"
My buddy Nick taught me the first day I moved here, you dig yourself a little chair hole,
That's right.
you have a chair all day.
And you don't need a chair. That's right. You make your own chair.
And I always got told at the end of the day, you need to fill that chair in so I don't drive it with my ATV.
That's right. Hey, make sure, no, and I made sure all the other guys did too. And then now he knows because he worked for me and he saw how it worked. All the things that he saw from the background.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
then he had to enforce them. And he was the enforcer too, especially if you're not allowed to have jet skis.
Remember that?
Skis in here. He's not allowed to have jet skis in here. Tanner's over here minding his own business, listening to his music. And here comes a jet skier into the swimming area. And what does Tanner do?
Oh man. I don't even, man.
You remember?
I remember, yeah. I came running down the beach and
That's right.
started
That's
dragging
right.
the jet ski offshore.
And I said, man, I'm impressed with that guy. He let that guy have it. The guy was like,
I
huh?
mean, this kid's swimming. You don't know where they're at.
You don't know. That's
5
why.
miles an hour.
That's why they have little buoys out there now. They took away the poles. There used to be poles out there. And what'd you do on the poles?
Oh yeah, me and my buddy Nick swam out there one day, and we threaded in some tree climbers on the poles, and I believe to the day it was gone, they were there.
Yeah, yeah, and that's how we get up to it. They were pretty far apart.
Yeah,
And it was definitely not easy
Nick
for
was a tall guy.
because I did it. I scraped myself up on the barnacles on the pole, got to the top. I only did it because my kids were here and they were saying, "Dad," they said, "You can do it." So I swam out there and I get to the top. It was all wobbly.
Oh yeah, full
I did a
bird
belly flop. It wasn't pretty.
and
then I'm swimming back in and they go, "Are you all right, Dad? You all right?"
Yeah.
But that's what that's for. But no, basically, the you never know what time of year people would like to swim. I mean, most Floridians, they'll swim.
I mean, down
in
here,
the
this
summer.
isn't like the California coast or the other coast of Florida. It's bathtub water.
Yeah.
90% of the year, it's hot. It's
Yeah,
nice.
and the only times, I mean, the nicest times of years are coming up.
Oh yeah,
In October.
it starts to chill out a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, we're here in October now, and it's just going to weather's going to really start getting nice, and then we get a little cool degrees, something like that.
Yeah.
It may get 49 at night, something like that, but nothing like up north. And usually it warms up in the daytime.
Yeah, perfect. 70s,
Yeah.
75s,
Perfect weather.
beautiful weather.
Especially Tanner, he's an electrician now. He works outside,
Yep.
and I'm gonna let him give a plug out to his business. So if you need electrical work, contact me. Call him.
416-2139. Give me a call.
That's right. He'll hook you up with some electric work.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, he does good work. Everybody I've referred to, they've called me back or texted me back and said, "Great guy."
I appreciate
Does what he says. Yeah, he does what he says. Says what he does. Means what he says. So, and also we'll have people who can call in. We'll also have a separate line that you can call in at any time. And I'll give you the number now, and then we'll show it on the screen so you can see it. It's 1-662-1669. And we'll put it right up there so you can see it. If you want to call that number, our assistants will make sure that the volume's up on the phone so you can come and talk to us while
You can call in questions, stories, anything you want to tell us.
Say, "Hey, beach guy."
I remember when.
That's right. I remember we were on the beach.
I actually feel a little bit of rain now.
So we're going to go as long as we can.
I don't think it's gonna be bad.
for up to an hour. We're going to try to do this for somewhat of an hour, maybe a little less. But if the weather cooperates, there's some clouds back behind us, but it looks like it's nice out here at the Gulf. But the wind is coming from the east, so you have different times, different weather patterns. Summer can be different. Sometimes we'll get storms off the Gulf.
You never know.
You never know.
You just never know.
And we're right here on the Gulf, and on the other side is Lemon Bay, and you can access that boating, fishing out there. There's different places to get out. Now, what do you know about the pass down there? What
the new pass the county put in, hey?
Yeah.
The Milton Pass.
Okay, it's called the Milton Pass.
Yes.
And it's down
just past Stunt Pass Park. I'd say maybe 100 yards past the pavilion. Honestly, it blew the last hurricane blew a nice hole through. Barrier Island, and it's actually making the water beautiful, nice and blue, clear.
And is it deep enough to get through?
Actually, it's a yes.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
a
I have
single
not.
channel, but it's.
I have not been taking my boat over there yet, but maybe one night we'll do 662 941 662 1669.
69.
So if you want to call that number, I'll let them know to make sure that the volume's up on that phone. And if you want to call us and just talk to us and give us a story of where you're from, watch and pay attention on Facebook, on TikTok, so
YouTube.
yeah, YouTube, they're from all over. So that's what we want to do, is we want to get people to participate, because you never know what's going to happen. You know?
Yeah. You never know who you're going to run
That's
into.
right. That's right. We always run into somebody new at all times. So you got that? Oh, the phone's right here. Look, I'm looking at the phone right here, and I'm the one that doesn't have the volume. Let's see. We'll see if the volume's up.
I'll call you.
Hello, hi. No mind asking, what are you guys doing here?
We're doing a little podcast.
We're doing a
about Inglewood Beach.
podcast about Inglewood Beach.
You guys want me to be in the podcast?
You can? You want to come in? Is it, as Mom says it's okay? Hey.
This podcast robię. This podcast robię. Nie znają,
Yeah.
This would be this is perfect. This is perfect. It's on the Beach Guy channel.
Friends to look in.
Yeah, YouTube.
Yes, yes.
It's actually live right now.
We're live right now. We're live right on there now. Come down and sit down here. Let us know your name and where you're from. Let me get you a little microphone. All right. All right. Once it goes on. All right. Let's see. Is it green yet? Check and make sure that is still on green on that. Oh, no, on the device on the side. It is still on. Okay, let me hear it again. Yeah, give him that one. Just yeah, you put it on the shirt right there. You take that one there for a minute. It's still flashing green, but is yours green?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, it'll hear whatever you say. So, okay. So, what's your name?
Nazar.
Nazar. Okay. And Nazar, you have an accent, and it seems like your family has an accent. And you're from where?
My parents are from Ukraine.
Okay.
I was born in Washington.
Washington State.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. What a story. And what brings you down to Inglewood Beach for a vacation, or?
We moved here.
You did. You
Yeah.
moved to Inglewood.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's cool.
Gonna
Well,
be a better place to
We all are transplants from other places. So you came from Wisconsin, the state of Wisconsin.
Oh, I like the Packers.
There you go. And you know, and the next game they play, you know what? I know what the score is going to be of that game before it even starts.
What's the score?
0-0. Right? No, but he's from Wisconsin. I'm from Maryland. Have you heard of Maryland? You know
Yeah.
where that is? Okay. It's where the Baltimore Ravens are, you know, the stinky team that they got right there this year. Well, that's where I'm from. But we all moved here, and we love life because we love the beach.
Yeah.
And is that why you want to come here? Because of the beach? You like the beach? You like the...
The weather, the beach.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's awesome. That is really cool. And, I mean, what's not to like? Do you do any skimboard? I see he's got a skimboard there.
He does, I don't.
No,
Why not?
I used to.
really?
It's not my thing.
He's a crazy skimboarder. Yeah, you got to get that. Well, this is a thing you do down here in Inglewood.
Yeah.
You come and you get your skimboard out there. That's how I met him. He was out here skimming. He was a younger guy then. Now he grew up, and now he's got a job, but he still skims. He's got to skim, so you got to pick it up. You got to pick up that hobby. Get yourself one. Does it just he has one?
Yeah, no, and my sisters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you have one you can use.
Yeah.
Did you swim in the water already out here?
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been at the beach much since you've been here?
Like 2 weeks ago, I've been here.
2 weeks ago. That's when you
Yeah.
came? Oh,
No. We've been in Florida for 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you just started coming to Inglewood Beach here?
Yeah. I mean, we've been coming there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. This is your beach to come to.
And Boca.
Boca, this here in Boca. Okay. You ever been to the ones up on the other side, Manasota, Key Beach, anything?
I've been to
Uh,
Minnesota. I just don't
yeah.
like overcrowded.
Oh, okay. It's really crowded there.
Yeah.
This is not crowded today at all. Not
Yeah,
at
it's
all.
really nice.
It is. It is.
It is nice. That's why I like Boca too sometimes. When it's
Yeah.
just not that many people.
Yeah. It's
No one wants
yeah.
to pay the toll.
Yeah. Right. A crowded beach is not too much fun. Where I come from, we have a beach that's called Ocean City, Maryland, and it's ridiculous. There's so many people and so many umbrellas. In the summer, it's 3 months in the summer, June, July, and August. It's warm, and the water is kind of a little cold. But the rest of the time, cold weather, rain, snow.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't like it either. So
Yeah.
was that a lot where you came from? In Washington?
Yeah, a lot of rain.
A lot of rain.
The water was super cold.
Oh yeah, you really couldn't get in the water that much up there.
Yeah.
And that was right on the Pacific. Yeah. Uh-huh. Wow. So, well, that's great. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. And you can watch this now when you go onto YouTube. You can go right onto the Beach Guy channel and just watch it right from your phone. And you can see yourself on it because we'll post it after we finish.
What do you want to do when you grow up? What's your thing?
I don't know. Maybe keep doing sports. I do football.
Football?
Okay.
The Englewood team. College.
Not yet. I don't know.
I mean,
You might-
I'd
you
like to
might-
join the Ducks if they like.
Oh yeah. Who doesn't like the Ducks?
Yeah.
Who doesn't like that? Yeah. So you do what other sports do you do? You do American football?
Yeah. I play for the team here in Englewood.
Oh, you do.
Okay.
The
Oh,
Englewood Cats.
oh
One of them
wow.
is the high school.
Yeah. So you're in middle school.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. She's asking
I'm the one
questions.
who blocks the touchdowns. I'm a cornerback.
Okay. We know the position. I watch
Yeah.
football. We know football, so we do know that.
And I'm also a running back.
Oh, you're a running back.
Yeah.
Do it all. There you go. That's right. You can do all the positions, and then you can be the jack of all trades. You can
Yeah.
do it all. That's great, man. So, any other sports that you like?
I played soccer for a bit.
Soccer. How
Yeah.
about baseball? You get into that?
No.
No.
No, not really.
No. What grade are you in?
I'm in 7th grade.
7th grade. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Well, we've enjoyed having you, and come back and see us again. We're going to do this once a week on Friday night. So if you happen to be out here, come back again and sit down again and tell us what you've done that past week.
Yep.
All right.
I like your car.
Yeah, you seen it?
Yeah, I saw it.
That's
Driving
great. Well, when we come back again, we'll go for a ride. How's that sound? We'll take it for a ride. You'd like that. And then when you get old enough, I'll let you drive it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not moving anywhere. And I don't think you are either, right?
No.
No, I hope not. Well, it's great that you're here. It's a great place to be. Englewood's a great town. So keep it going. Keep rocking that football.
Yep, thank you.
All right. Take care. I'll see you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Well, that was great. What a great, interesting story. See? You know, Tanner even said when we first started this is that, did he get the mic? Oh, he's got the mic. He's got your mic. We're going to wind up that happening. We said that. We said we had to make sure it was for kids because we had
They
to
have the
make
best
sure-
stories.
That's right. We said we're always going to get kids to come up here and tell a story because it's older people, younger people,
Mm-hmm.
middle-aged people. I'd like to say middle-aged, but I'm not there.
he's on the cusp.
I'm on the higher side of it, so I got to do this.
He doesn't feel like it though. Doesn't feel like it.
That's right. That's right. And I don't know where I had time to do all this thing at the beach and come out here and set up all these umbrellas and daily, do it daily.
Yep.
Sometimes I'd get him he'd beat me here, come down here, and he'd have to
How
set
could
up.
you not be here early for this job?
But I'd bring him a breakfast sandwich.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Raisin bun.
It was right. Yeah, so it was either raisin, it was either sausage. You know about Scrapple? It's good stuff.
Scrapple is nice.
It's great stuff.
Very hard to get used to, but it's pretty good.
I've turned a lot of people on to Scrapple. I could bring them a sandwich. And you know, one of the guys at Balls today, he used to work for me, Tom. And he when I pulled up in the car this morning at Ball, I was finishing my sandwich, and he says, "Where's my sandwich?" Tom said that this morning. And when I pulled up at Ball, I was eating my sandwich, and he said, "Where's my sandwich?" And he said, "I bet you it's Scrabble." And I said, "You know me too well." He said, "You didn't bring me one?" And I said, "God, I should have. I should have brought him one because I would have
Still
brought
can't
back
find that in
one."
Publix.
No,
No.
it's in the frozen section.
Frozen
You gotta
section,
if you
okay.
want a Scrapple, Publix has it. Since they closed our Publix down here, I'm not sure if anybody knows any of this here. If you haven't been here in a while, is
Oh,
the
yeah.
shopping centers, as soon as you leave the beach and go out toward 1776, the grocery stores are all closed.
Yep.
We have to go all different places to get our groceries. Now we're forced to go to Walmart, and then we got to go other venues. The one Publix down at Dearborn's still open.
It is,
but
but it is very small.
and it's, well, we don't want to say. They're clean stores, but a little pricey.
They are very pricey.
Yes, but when you need food, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'd rather just walk there and drive. So,
That's right. That's right. But we all live in this general area. We live close. Bridget lives real close. I'm going to get her on here soon.
Yeah, I know.
oh, you got to get Sue in here. Too.
That's right. We got to at least introduce Sue. We might as well do it on the first show because since Morgan's not here, let's
Yeah.
bring Susan in.
Morgan will be here in the next show.
Yep, she'll be at the next episodes.
Look,
And do we have? Yeah.
he was a little.
Oh, he was wet. He was wet from being in the water.
Listen, he just great.
Oh, he was.
He was
I don't know
Where's my
what-
wombat?
very well mannered.
we don't know if this wombat
It's
is
not
working.
working.
This
Is
the whole thing's not
Yeah.
working.
So you should be. They should be able to hear you.
Yeah.
enough.
I'll scoot
Yeah.
closer to you, Sue.
Can you hear me now?
That's right. See, there's all these technical difficulties, and usually when you have people behind the scene,
Don't get sick.
See?
Oh, it's going.
It just turns off.
but ours are. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
So, Sue, where are you from?
I'm also from Maryland, the state of Maryland,
No way.
and actually, Mark and I went to rival high schools, but we
Really?
didn't know each other then. No, we didn't meet until we came down here and met at Inglewood Beach.
Right across the street.
Mhm.
How long were you guys both down here before you met?
I moved here in 2004, right?
After
3 months before Hurricane Charlie.
Okay.
And when Hurricane Charlie hit, I thought, oh God, what did we do? You know, so that was kind of scary. But
that wasn't with me.
no, tough it out. And then in 2000-ish, 12-ish,
Somewhere in that area, 2000.
I happened to be over at Lock and Key to have a Sunday fun day. You
Happy
know,
hour.
Was it a
afternoon
Sunday?
little-
Was it a Sunday?
Yeah,
It was a
it
Sunday.
was a Sunday.
And I just happened to go in there.
He heard me say I was from Maryland.
Yeah, and that was the open door there. So when I heard Maryland, I was like, I'm gonna go over there and say something. So I did, and we've been together ever since.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Kind of ironic. You both
yeah.
grew up in the same place, and ended up in the same
absolutely.
place.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
That's
And-
exactly.
in the area that we lived in, it was kind of like not real rural. It was kind of like a suburbs. Both of our areas were kind of suburbs, or the houses are kind of close together.
He was
Neighborhoods.
a little bit more.
Yeah, she's gonna
greedy,
say
greedy.
I lived in the neighborhoods that was.
He was fancy.
Yeah, that's what she thinks.
He was out near Lock
Yeah.
Raven.
Yeah, right.
Reservoir area.
No, we got to get this clear here.
I was
It's about, wait a minute, we got to get this clear. Is my dad was no rich man. He was a policeman. He was a policeman, so they're not rich.
Yeah, no.
And at that, he
Baltimore
was a
City.
Baltimore City policeman.
Yeah.
So
And that wasn't a tough gig for
and
sure.
yeah, that was a tough
Mhm.
time too. Every area was changing, but we both came from those kind of areas. She eventually moved to the Eastern Shore,
Mhm.
which was near Ocean City, Maryland. There's a
Mhm.
little a bay that runs in between. And it's funny, the name is Assawoman Bay,
ASS.
and it's an
woman.
Indian,
Mhm,
name, so
yeah.
they probably
Right.
look like the ass of a woman. So they're like, hey, this looks good to me.
Friendly reminder, this kid's show.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Thank you.
Jenny.
Yeah, but Jenny.
Jenny.
Bridget, do you know what a Jenny is? A Jenny?
We'll get some
Okay.
a Jenny. It's
Female
a
donkey?
female donkey. Yeah.
We learned that in trivia.
Yeah, we learned that in
Could not be
trivia.
true.
We wouldn't know. We don't know that kind of thing. But we happened when we were in the Keys. We went to a trivia night, and we did this Keys thing. It was kind of like we were camp hosts, and we found out about it to a friend of mine, and we did it for 4 months. We went just north of Key West
Mhm.
at Bahia Honda State Park. That's how it's spelled, but the people, locals, everybody there calls it Bahia Honda.
behind of the
State Park,
either
but
way.
either way,
they know where
it's
you're
not
talking
wrong.
about.
You know,
Mhm.
you say potato, you say potato.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
That's right.
You can't mistake an island in the Keys. You know
That's right.
exactly
It's-
where
you
you are.
know you're somewhere. You're not
Exactly.
getting out of there without taking that road out of there.
Mhm. That's right.
So that's where we did that gig,
Mhm.
and it
And that's
was
where we did the trivia, where we learned
yeah we went
useless information.
every Tuesday we went, and we went to the good ones. We didn't, and you know, some of the people that are probably watching are some of our camp hosts, and they were better than we were. And we always encouraged them to show up because we wouldn't have the answers. We were ready to leave. We went there, and we actually were like, looked
Oh,
around,
no.
and we're like, oh no, nobody else is here. We're like, we're leaving. And then we'd see somebody walk, Trent would walk in and be like, thank goodness,
good.
at least Trent's here. We'll get some questions right.
We had a nice mixture of
Yeah, we
some
did.
young people.
Yeah, and that's what you need
Yeah,
when you're doing
right.
that kind of trivia because it's
Mhm.
very.
Because they,
Sometimes they throw some songs in there that I wouldn't
No, we
have any
have
idea,
no
but
idea.
Tanner might know.
Yeah,
He might
Tanner
know
might
those songs.
some of those,
He wouldn't
I
know
probably
those songs.
wouldn't
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't have known those Britney Spears songs.
Actually, I know because of Morgan.
He might. See, she might be in the background writing it down. Let's see if you came as a couple, she might know that.
That's
And-
right, yeah.
And that's basically what it was. But it was a great time. We did it every Tuesday for
It sounds like it'd be a lot of fun.
16 weeks. Yeah,
It was.
we got invited to it, and at first we were like kind of rolled our eyes, like trivia. I don't know.
Yeah, no, if you go down there and you don't have your own boat, there's not much you really can
you
do.
need a
No,
boat.
no, you
have to have
have-
a boat.
I mean,
Yeah,
how was that when you guys brought your new boat down
Yeah,
there?
we loved it. It was
Tested
great.
out good.
It was
drove
great. Yeah, we were
Wow.
able to use it pretty much most of the time. We were able to keep it in the marina at the state park, and whenever we wanted and got
We
off
just
our shift, we just took
Rode
it.
our bikes over
went
there,
out.
got on the boat, and
Water was crystal clear.
the
You know,
water was
the water here is
crystal.
really clear. You know, especially when you get
Especially
good days.
lately, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, like we get in October when the weather cools down, the water cools down a little bit. It's so turquoise and blue, but there, it's pretty much turquoise. It's more of a emerald green.
Oh, it's just
and you can
gorgeous.
see pretty far down, 20 feet down, 25 feet. Yeah, you can
saw
see
a lot
clear
of
down.
wildlife.
A lot of dolphins, manatees.
No, not too many dolphins.
A couple of days early. In
Yeah,
the early part.
Yeah, but we saw a lot of manatees.
And-
They hung in that little marina where we kept our boat, and they would just come in there and lollygolly
And
around.
they rub their backs on the bottom of the boat, you know.
Just
And then up on his back and his flippers,
like,
so
it's
it was-
like, and then they're like, "Don't touch them! Don't touch them! Don't give them a drink. They
Don't
want a
worry.
drink of water, but
Don't give
don't
them
give them a drink of water."
What's up with that?
I'm like, "What's up,
where do
man?
they drink? What water do
Yeah.
they drink?
Help a manatee out, man.
Manatee, yeah.
Give me a drink, man. Come on." Like, oh no, you're not gonna say he's promoting feeding, drinking, giving drinks to manatees, not alcoholic drinks,
Just water.
water.
Yeah, where do they get fresh
Yeah,
water?
well, like right.
I don't know. I see a lot of people
Well-
around here on the canals. They'll stick a garden hose in the water.
Yeah,
drink
and
out of that.
the one guy said that there was a place and it was like over top of the water and it had their air conditioning unit and the water was running out and they were like, oh,
They hung there.
drinking the water out of it.
Drank the air
Like, we're drinking air conditioned water. See, they have to resort to drinking air conditioned
Mhm.
water. So,
Gotta
so
keep
they're,
that
they're
clean.
going to get it one way or another. But,
But it
Yeah.
seems like
but I don't see too many turtle nests out. in
No,
the beach
actually,
here.
there's really not that many this
No.
year.
I don't
Kind of
see that.
sad.
we did see a couple at the Bahia.
And honestly, it's setting up to be a really nice sunset. Got the
and we're-
rays
and
coming
we're-
to the clouds right now.
Oh, look, yeah.
Oh yeah, so we'll definitely get that in the. We'll
Well, that's
shift it a little
that's
bit in the
good that
background.
there's no turtle nests because they're gonna have the
Yeah, the boat race is next week. So
Yeah.
next week, we're trying. Yeah, next.
Yeah, they changed it this year. Yep.
Yeah.
10th and 11th.
Yeah, and I think that's
Something
next
like
weekend is the boat race. It's going to be here at Englewood Beach, and they're going to block off the beach probably like they've done in the past.
Mhm.
They've put
Close the whole
fence
parking lot.
all of you can't get into it.
Mhm.
I'm sure some people that are down here that have condos or whatever,
Yeah.
they can walk up here and somehow get. But they really don't do the festivities till I guess that Friday when people walk around.
Yeah, over at
And
the
they do the
Yeah, Dearborn, they have
parade.
the-
They have the parade over at
Mhm.
Dearborn Street, and then on Saturday and Sunday they usually have the races. And when we did it, we worked the boat race and we provided all our chairs and umbrellas and we lined them up from probably this point all the way down. And
As far
the
as you can
race, the VIP, they had their stuff over here on the right hand side,
Mhm.
and
Tanner, have you been here for the boat races yet?
I have missed every boat race.
I've
Really?
been in Wisconsin.
Because every year it ended up being the
Oh, that-
weekend before
well,
Thanksgiving, and that's just so happens to be the opening of gun hunting.
Mhm.
So
So,
Mhm.
we would always leave and go back home for a week.
sure, sure.
So I'm actually kind of excited to see him this year.
Yeah,
Mhm.
good.
Never
Yeah.
had the chance. I've always walked through the parades, but I've never had
Right.
a chance to actually go.
So
to
you're
them.
gonna go up there? You're gonna
Oh
go
yeah,
up there?
yeah.
Okay.
It's always a lot of fun. They got good food.
Now is
see all
that
the boats.
Yeah.
is that Friday night?
It should be the Friday before the races.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but
maybe-
you're going to come down and see him actually race, though, aren't you?
on
I'm probably not
Saturday.
going to pay. I'll just go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'll be here for sure, but
You still have your boat, or did you get rid of
I
it?
don't. I sold my
You
boat.
sold his boat.
I
Yes,
cry
yes,
every
God.
time I say
Oh, I bet, man. Now, I know there'll be a day that he'll get another one, but right now he's concentrated on work and he's concentrating on doing great electrical work. So if you need to see Tanner, all right, go ahead, plug it out again.
941-416-2139.
And he's going to
Give
do
me
it
a
in this
call.
area. He's not going to go to Wisconsin.
No, we won't go that far. Usually Venice, Port Charlotte, Inglewood.
That's right. There's
Try to stay local and
There's
try to
been
fix
reason
up
because
everything.
there's
941-416.
2139.
okay, and then you can call Tan the man,
And the man.
Tan the man, and get your electric done.
And the man, the electric man.
Well, you know, my buddy, he might be watching too. When I grew up, I had my electrician friend. His name was Vince, and
Did you call him Vinny?
we called him Vinny, but we called him the Wire Weasel. and he was okay with it. I mean, he even answers me text now, and he says, "Hey, remember when you just called me the Wire Weasel?" I'm like, yeah, that was you, the Wire Weasel. He would do anything for you. I mean, you needed something wired up, he'd do it.
He's there.
That's right. And I think the name stuck. So, Vinny, sorry. No, but I think he's okay with it. Vinny's okay with it.
I do see that children are playing in the,
Yeah, that
in
looks
the
like
playground, so they've opened that. I don't think that was open when we were here a couple of weeks ago.
oh, they might have had it blocked off. Well, it looks like
So
there's
that's-
kids on it, so there must
Yeah,
be
so they
kids
must
at
be
the.
kids.
at the-
Yeah.
It is starting to get to vacation season, so
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
much of a choice to.
Well, it would be nice if, I wonder if they're working on the bathrooms yet. That would
So soon,
spot pods.
we're going to get into season, which is typically, you know, we kind of get a little bump October around here. I used to know it when I worked the beach all the time because I
Yeah.
could tell the volume of people coming in town, and I could tell by how many people were showing up at the beach. And it's kind of weird is you'll get some people that'll come down now and they'll stay up through like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And then they'll go back Thanksgiving to Christmas, and you won't see them. And then they'll come back again, and then they'll be here from right after then until April.
Yeah.
And then April,
Mhm.
it's like a ghost town here usually, kind of.
Then you get people
So-
like us that stay and just never leave.
That's right. Yeah. And you know, I mean, I did, you know, to just to kind of like stub my nose, you know. I was sticking my nose up in the air at him, but you know, I
Yeah,
realized
but your nose was sticking up in the keys for 4 months. Not
that's right.
Yeah,
It
you have to
wasn't too
stick your
shabby,
nose up
right?
somewhere.
Right.
That's a good word.
If they had to
That's the
do me a
place to do it.
favor, they kind of does a favor, you know.
Yeah.
It kind of like
And
we wouldn't have been able to do that. Yeah, and
Yep, God closes one door,
and then
opens
there's
another.
next. That's right. And
So, that's right.
I know.
Mhm.
But we have to get back to the story of where you came from.
Oh,
We kind of got
we did the weave.
yeah. We
were leaving.
we were leaving the story.
Leaving the
We
conversation.
started out here, and then we weaved all around.
Yeah,
and we can't-
I'm a Rosedale girl.
Oh, she's a Rosedale.
Uh-huh.
See, the reputation of Rosedale in Maryland. I don't want to disparage any in case
But
any
Essex
Rosedale
was
people,
worse.
but
And the Dundalk was
Rosedale,
even worse
you kind
than
of had
that.
like levels. You had like you know, Dundalk was down here, Essex was here, Rosedale was here, Parkville was here. When you're way out in Loch Raven,
Oh
you're like,
yeah, that's
"Ooh,
he admits it, right?
He knows.
He knows. Mhm.
well, the only reason is my mom was in the real estate too. She
Uh-huh.
kind of had the inside scoop on things before things got to the way they
Mhm.
were. So
Mhm.
that's kind of how it happened.
Yeah, so that's how that's where I'm from. Overly High
and then
School.
you just
You were
you
locked
came here, and because of what? The weather, or you were running from the law?
Well,
Both.
well, both.
after your 13-year
I
incarceration.
saw a video that said if you like to fish, then you need to move to Punta Gorda, Florida. And I watched that video, and it was
On the
beautiful.
Charlotte Harbor.
No.
Hmm.
Well, I didn't know it at the time. I didn't know that the
But
pretty
they
water
meant
was
the
here.
back, you
And
had
if
to
you
go
did
after
live
that
in Punta
water,
Gorda,
so.
it took you an hour to get to the pretty water.
Yep.
from there.
Oh, so And I did live in Punta Gorda for a short amount of time.
It's a
and it
nice
was-
town.
Oh, it is very nice. But
It's kind of old school.
this is better. This being right here at the pretty water, it's
Oh,
much
yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, an hour,
sure.
hour to get to it, and then you have to, and then driving home up in the harbor at night. Ugh.
But it's easy for
Yeah.
this area too, because we have boating all around.
Oh,
We can take the trailer and run right down here to a launching place close by and get out
Mhm.
here to the beautiful
Mhm.
water. We can
5
head down
minutes.
this way, go out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Mhm.
We haven't done it much. We
No.
only did it on the maiden voyage,
Mhm.
and then we went to the Keys and we took it with us. So it was kind of like,
And then since we've been home, it's been so ungodly hot.
yeah, it's been
really
really hot. I mean,
haven't
yeah, and you don't want to
had
go.
a chance to
Yeah, you don't want to, and especially working outside. He knows it. We did all
By
work
the time the
outside.
day's done,
Yes,
you just
you're
want
done.
to
You're
relax
done.
and have a beer.
And get in the air conditioning,
Right,
right?
right.
Get
But
into
now
the
that
AC.
it's getting up, be nice.
Yeah, it's starting to get nice this time of year. It's really super nice. We're going to start doing that. And then I was back to about another podcast next week. We should do another hour podcast on a Friday night. I was thinking maybe we should go to Minnesota Key Beach.
Manasota Beach.
Yeah, we could. I mean, we'd have to circle back if we went back to Blind Pass to do one. It's too far. We might as well just go and head down there. So we'll and I'll post it later this week if we'll go out there and do that. You are going to go to the parade?
Yeah, it's usually
Yeah.
during. I forget what
Yeah.
time. I think it's at night. They usually.
Oh,
have
it is at night.
I believe so.
So when you would leave up there, then you just go to
Yeah.
your
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So what we could do is we could do a podcast, and then we can say bye. I'm going to
Go check out the boats.
right, and then he'll snap a couple photos, and I'll post them.
Yeah.
And then people can see the
Mhm.
parade, or maybe he'll get a little videos that are coming through.
Yeah, I'll bring a couple, and
Yeah.
I'll have
yeah.
Morgan will be back by then, and
Well,
you guys
right.
can meet her on the next
Right.
podcast. And
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
we'll do a little free range
Yeah.
at the boat race.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. We'll
That'll be
get.
good.
Yeah, we'll get her to, and then she can come in on and so maybe next week when we go to Minnesota Geek, she'll be there, and we can
Yep.
put her in the hot seat.
Yeah, she'll have a lot of stories for the new baby.
That's right.
Oh, we have all kind of stories. I mean, we can get back. We'll eventually get into the character of Duck. You remember Duck, the guy with the
Oh
little
yeah.
beard and couple teeth, seven teeth.
It's 7 teeth.
So yeah, seven. No,
Seven
still-
teeth.
Where's he from? He's from Tennessee.
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Oh,
Kentucky
yeah.
was.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Where was it?
and we have a Paducah,
Yeah,
Kentucky.
Paducah.
And he's actually a really good friend. We had a little falling out
Yeah,
one
I had
time.
a restraining order.
Yeah, I had to put a restraining order against him. So we'll get to that. We'll get that story, and then maybe later, my brother looks a lot like him, so we can bring my brother over here, and he'll come on set, and
Mhm.
and then he can tell you about Duck. He can tell you all about. We called him Duck because he looked like the guy from Duck Dynasty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he
Just like
did.
the
That's
long
what. So we
beard.
called him. We
Wore
still.
Daisy Duke shorts.
His name was actually Bill Boucher. So and it's okay. I mean, I know he doesn't mind because we still are friends with
And
his
he's passed
wife,
away.
and he passed because he drank too much moonshine. And that's usually
Oh, so
It happens in
seriously.
Kentucky.
he had a bad liver, and it was a little quick story about
Which one?
his teeth. Yeah, he's got plenty of stories, but a quick one about when he had a toothache. And I asked him all along, I said, how
Maybe
come you only got
7.
7 teeth? And he's like, when I was young, he says, I just need to get rotten out. And he said, I get a pair of pliers and I'd rip them out. And I said, oh my God. So
Mhm.
he was here and
Mhm.
he's sitting at the beach with me one day and he's like, oh, my teeth is hurting. He's like, and I saw this ad in the newspaper and he said they'll extract tooth for $150. And I said, that's cheap. I said, that's pretty cheap because they want to put the stuff, they want to
Yeah.
charge $300 and they want to get you x-rays and all that
Mhm.
stuff. And I said, no, they don't have to much to x-ray because, many teeth to x-ray. So he goes over to Venice and he gets an appointment. And he said, well, we can't pull it out right now because your mouth is so infected that we got to get the swelling to go. So he gives him some antibiotics. He starts feeling better in a couple days. And he's sitting at the beach with me. How's your tooth? I'm supposed to get that. Phone rings. It's the dentist. Mr. Boucher, you have an appointment today at 9:15. Where are you? Oh, ma'am, I forgot. He said, can we make it for tomorrow? And she says, sure, okay. So he schedules it for the next day and he shows up here at the beach. And of course, it's not my tooth.
Yep.
I don't think anything about it. So the phone rings again. And it's the dentist. Mr. Boucher, you have an appointment at 9:15 today. Where are you at? He says, Oh, I forgot. He said, can I schedule for tomorrow? And she says, Mr. Boucher, we're going to have to charge you $25 for a missed appointment. And he went ballistic. He cursed her out. He called her every name in the book. And he hung up. He looks at me. He's like, I guess I'm not getting my teeth pulled out. And I said, what are you going to do? He said, well, it doesn't hurt now. So that's just one of his little stories. But there's hundreds of stories of them. And, you know, I do have him on a lot of videos. So when we get some more technology here, we'll pull that up on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
You can see it.
Pull up clip 116.
Yeah, clip 116 and show Mr. Boucher. Clip 16 of Mr. Boucher.
We'll teach Bridget to be
oh, my God. Yeah, she could be the IT tech. She'll have a little laptop sitting here. She'll have her own umbrella. She'll be like, pull it up there, Bridget. Pops it up on the screen.
Look at that.
So that's how they do it. And it's going to be a great sunset behind us. Yes, it is. So you're gonna. I mean, are we in the screen? Can you
I'm not really sure. Bridget's gonna look.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Is the sun blinding?
Oh yeah.
No.
Not too
I
bad.
mean, you know, you look in the dark.
Oh, okay.
The sun is pretty
It
good.
is Florida. We go to the beach.
Well, hopefully everybody can hear our ridiculous stories, and we're gonna have more and more and more and more and more.
12 years worth.
Yeah, that we do. Oh yeah. I mean, when stuff starts popping in my head, and that'll be the good thing is when I have a laptop and I'll be able to pull that clip up,
go back
and I'll see who that is. I mean, the guy Smalls that we met, Smalls. I mean, everybody has a name too. You know, it's like, I mean, we gave everybody names. Some may not be, you know, complimentary, but you don't know who they are. I mean, Santa. You know, we call him Santa. You know, we call him Santa, Big Fat Santa. You know, he is.
Even though we have podcasts, he's
he's better, but he doesn't come to the beach much anymore.
He's our big goof.
He's got, you know, he's got some knee issues, you know, because he was so big.
He was
so big. He was a bouncer.
I believe it.
Yeah, he was. That's what his job was.
That's where he met his wife, Becky. He was bouncing.
He bounced her.
He bounced her. He bounced her right out of there back to his bedroom. That's what she told me. And told me.
Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus. She said, "What?" She said, "I got to tell you a story." She said, "I saw that big man, and he was bouncing." And she said, "You're going home with me tonight." And she was proud to say it.
It's true. It is true. I did.
And you looked at it, there he is. He made it. He made it in town. See, I told him. See, that's right. That's right. We're here. So he's got to come and join us because he's got to tell a story. All right.
I got to tell the story.
He's got to tell the story.
His story is.
Dude, I'll step
You remember Susan? I don't know if you remember Susan.
Good to see you too. It's been what?
Good to see you, brother. How you doing, man? And that's Tanner.
Good to see you.
Sit on down.
All right.
You just got in town.
We did. It was we took half the drive last night.
Oh, you drove. Oh.
Yeah, we drove in last night. We were going to make the whole trip today. And we said, you know, we're getting old. So we said, we got off
stop somewhere.
Well, we got off work yesterday, and I said, why don't we just drive halfway last night? So we drove until about 1 in the morning.
Okay.
Stopped in Jacksonville, grabbed a hotel.
Oh, good.
Stayed at the embassy. That way we get up the next morning, have a nice breakfast. Only 4.5, 5 hours to get here.
It's not bad.
So we got here. You know, had a nice breakfast this morning. Got here about 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Wait, sweet.
So where are you coming from?
From out of North Carolina, from Charlotte.
Nice.
Well, Williamston now. We're on a little bit further on the East Coast. So it's a little bit longer of a drive than it used to be from Charlotte when it could run down here in 10 hours. Now it takes about 13, 14.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because we got to go all the way across to catch 95 down.
You come across on 4?
Yeah. Then we ran
slow.
I know.
It was bad. It was bad. So we just had dinner at the Tiki Bar, and it was fabulous as always.
Good.
I mean, met our expectations, which was great because we were worried about everything.
You're down in Englewood Isles, right?
We're actually we're normally we stay over here at the villas at Englewood Village. But with everything with the storm, it's still wiped out. There's
a lot of damage.
Trying to get all those houses rebuilt. So of course we sold Mom's house when she passed away, but we're able to come down and stay with family and friends that still own in there.
Nice.
And unfortunately, their houses are not livable yet.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's only like 5 or 6 houses out of the 90 plus that are still
and that was
fully-
from the last storm.
from
from
the two hurricanes.
the
The
Back
first
back
one-
to back,
the
Helene,
first one wiped them
and
out.
then Milton.
Right.
Okay.
And they had all
Yeah.
their material and everything still sitting on the
Mhm.
front porches, being ready.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
And then
very
Milton hit,
unfortunate.
and of course it was 5-6 feet underwater.
Wow.
So that all got gutted, and unfortunately, the challenge was with everything being so deep
Mhm.
underwater. It was it was not just okay, yeah, clean it up and let's get back in.
Right.
They had to condemn. A lot of the houses
Mhm.
had to be tore out from 5 to 6 feet up down.
Wow.
And none of the furnishings could be reused like they
Mhm.
could in the past, and that.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Once they get the water on, it's ruined.
Yeah,
That stuff
yeah.
is ruined.
So
Gotta
we
get rid of
were
all of
thankful. We contacted the people at the office there and said, hey, we had planned on having our wedding down here for years. We've always planned on
Sure.
getting married here on the beach.
Right.
And when that happened, we thought, what are we going to do? And the clubhouse said, look, it's the clubhouse is going to be rebuilt.
Mhm.
It's going to be usable. It won't be
Mhm.
like it was in the past,
Sure.
but you're welcome to use it for your reception.
That's nice.
And so that's what we decided to make a quick rundown.
Okay,
We're getting married
okay.
in the middle of November.
Nice.
Are you gonna go down there and see it? Are
Yeah,
you gonna go. You're
yeah.
gonna go, and you're gonna go to where you're gonna have the ceremony.
Yeah, we did today already.
Oh, you did? You already
Literally
did it?
The Inglewood
Oh.
Village. I mean, it's
Mhm.
just
Oh, okay,
the village
okay.
right across the street.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we went in there and looked around. She
They-
took more pictures and
Okay,
measurements and
okay.
that. So
So yeah, and that's why he came. He came down here because we're going to talk about. I'm going to do his wedding.
he's going to
I'm
officiate
gonna
my
officiate
wedding.
his
Folks.
wedding.
What an honor it is for me. I've known the man for what, 10 years now?
It's been a while. It's been a
Since
while.
you've been on the
Yeah,
beach,
yeah,
I've been
yeah,
on the
yeah,
beach, we've
that's
known
right.
each other.
Yeah,
So.
That's how it happened. Everybody I met here, walking up and just chatting, having a conversation, and that's how I met him
That's
too.
what it's all about,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
That's what it's
That's
all
Can't get any
about.
better than that.
The camaraderie, the friendship, just the everything, and just seeing what our beautiful beach is going to come back to. That's
I know,
what we're looking
I know.
forward to.
I know.
And honestly, the people down here are a lot nicer than you'd think they'd be
Yeah.
in a southern town. Like you go to California, they're not really nice. Everybody's rude. Down here, it's just everybody's
Yeah,
nice.
and that's what
kind.
I've heard. That's what I heard a lot when people first, came and they maybe they had just been here a couple times or a few times. The consensus was, oh my gosh, everybody here is so nice. Everybody is so nice, which is the truth. Is you just come up and you start a conversation, and when somebody's got to move on and go do what they got to do, they do, and they know, hey, and they pick up right where they left
right.
off.
Yep.
And
And
then
that's what we did. Is, I hadn't talked to him in a couple of years, and then all of a sudden, I got a text from him, and he's like, "Hey," he's like, "We're getting married. We're finally getting married." That's what he
finally,
said.
guys, 17 years. She's been planning this. I proposed to her back before all the storms,
Right,
and
right.
we knew everything. And mom was supposed to be alive and everything, but
Mhm.
we were like, okay, this is where we're going to have our wedding,
Right.
and thankfully.
We're gonna
He's going to
take
be
care of it. We're gonna do
What
that.
an honor!
Hey, this is
What an
awesome.
honor
This is awesome.
to when I called and I was surprised. I was like, "Do you remember me?"
Yeah.
And that's the shirt was funny.
Yeah.
He had the beach guy shirt on, and it was funny the day that I called him. To be honest with you, I'm on the phone with him. I'm talking to him, and I pulled up a picture and I texted him
That's
over.
right.
And I
He
said,
said
"This is our last picture that I took with you," and I was wearing the same shirt.
Like that he had on that day that he sent the picture.
I was like,
He's like, look, he's like, I got the same shirt on. I was like, oh my god.
so I was honored when he said, and what a with
And being great, you're going to do it at this time of the evening, right? Like right now,
right now,
so that
Yeah,
so that
perfect
what,
timing.
this you can see this in the background.
this we
Yeah.
can see this in
Now,
the background.
now
That's
is it
what we're
going to
hoping
be Saturday or Sunday?
for. It's on a Friday.
Oh, it's on a Friday.
It's on a
Okay,
Friday,
all right,
yeah.
make sure.
So we
Okay,
chose Friday, November
Okay.
14th.
okay. Alright.
And then, we're going to have the rehearsal dinner. We're going to do the rehearsal and that on Thursday beforehand.
Okay.
And we're praying that God keeps the weather for
Yeah,
us.
well, usually at that time of year, pretty good weather.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And that
So
was
you're
part
pretty
of,
safe.
I originally was looking at April, and she looks up and she starts doing all this stuff on the sunsets and the
Yeah.
waves, and she comes back and she goes,
Better in the fall.
November.
It's very
November.
hit or miss in April.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
because
my
you're
wedding's gonna
just
be
starting to
April
get.
18th.
Oh, is it? Is it okay?
It's gonna
Okay,
be kinda-
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Hey, you don't want to compete with him.
Well, another one bites the dust, right?
but I'm not officiating his. Unless he asks me to.
Well,
I actually
I mean,
have no
they-
idea who is.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I could do it.
That's not in my department.
Okay. Well,
You need
if she
to
needs
mention
it, if she
one
needs, yeah,
have
if she
him
needs it,
appreciated, right?
I mean, he was there for my wedding, so
That was a fun wedding.
he helped out with cleaning everything up, like because we still had the beach running that day.
Right.
That day that we had the wedding, is everything was set up for the wedding, but I couldn't. I mean, I could set up in the morning and get stuff, but I was basically trying to do all that,
Yeah.
and these guys took care of it. They. Next thing I know, I look around, everything's picked up, everything's put away, and I'm like, what does it do next except get some pictures?
Yeah.
And we were actually going to leave, and we saw the sun was. We're like, it's almost sunset. Like, why not?
Wow.
I mean,
Let's get
'cause it
those
is.
pictures.
it is great.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. So, and this happened to be the great weekend. We just decided to run down real quick.
And,
I had
and it
some
was
time.
and it was good that this year is they're doing the boat race next
Yeah.
week,
The following
because that would have fell right in the middle of
Yeah.
it. Because when we were first talking back and forth, in my head I popped up and you had said November, and I'm like, oh shit! I go, oh, shoot! I hope he knows that about the boat race. And then I looked it up, and then that's why I didn't contact you back and said, we're good. It's
good.
before that, yeah. Because every year it's been usually right around that time.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
Well, believe me, she's
Mhm.
planned all that.
17 years in the works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's had it in the works. She knows the dates, and that what was funny was the sunsets, and she looked up the times, and she
Mhm.
knew. And when she got a hold of the photographer, and the photographer is familiar with doing shots on this beach,
Mhm.
so she's like, okay, this will work, and I know what I'm doing there. So we were able to book the right time, and just
That's
being
good.
able to be here
Yeah.
and being able to come down.
Are you going to come a couple days before? What?
Yeah, we're coming in the Monday before.
Oh,
Yeah, her
okay.
and
So
I are
you'll
gonna
be down that whole
Oh
week.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We'll be down that
Okay.
whole week ahead of time, and being able to get things arranged and set up.
Okay,
and
so
that.
we can discuss this here now, if you don't mind. I mean, is we're going to. I want you to, like, if you have a certain thing that you want me to have for you to say, or things that specific things that you want me to say, you just have to put it together that way.
Yeah.
I normally, what I'll do is I'll just do a standard ceremony, and we can have it religious or non-religious, and then you just let me know however you want me to word it. But I'll word the first part of it in a way where I will just do the basic, saying welcome here to
More
the beach.
non-denominational.
And just that we're here at this location with these friends, and then you can have personal things that you want to say that you can actually get your own paper and read if you want to, if you choose to, if you choose not, because some people, they may, but you're not that kind of guy. You
No.
I know from that he'll go on and say, but
I have to be careful of that, because I got to watch that she doesn't start crying on it. That part of it.
right.
But I'll start falling my
but she-
makeup will run.
but she could, have something prepared. That's what she did too, and we did, and we had just a little story that we each prepared, and we only had it on a piece of paper, and it was okay because once I gave you the signal, I said, kind of like looked at you, and then
Yeah.
you just got your little paper out and you read the things that you wanted to read to her and say, and then she did the same back to me.
It's gonna be fun.
And I didn't know what she was going to say, and she didn't know what I was going to say, because that was the cool thing about
Yeah.
it too, is that of course she's going to get emotional, and I was a little bit, but she made it in a funny way, so that it was a great story.
And that's kind of how
It was
we're going to do it too.
Okay,
She's going to have no clue. I've got certain things
that
I
you
want
want
to
to say,
express.
right?
She has certain things,
Yeah,
and
okay.
it's not like we're the little kids anymore.
Yeah.
It's not that
Right.
all giddy.
Yes, yes.
We're
This
we're
is
in our
just,
60s, and we're
Mhm.
adults, and it's going to be
Memorable.
the memorable,
Right,
and it's
right.
like we've waited 17 years to do this.
wow.
We've been together for 17 years, and shame on me for not asking her before that. There were reasons, and
Well, she's a good
when I
woman that
finally
she was
did-
willing to.
Well,
That's
exactly. She
right?
was willing to. That was part of it.
That's
I had to
right.
make sure she was going to stick with me when I did this.
I had to do the same thing.
I had to make sure when I lost my job, she was going to stick with me and not hold bigger. I had to sell the cars and get rid of the boat. Hey, it isn't going to work.
I seen that happen one time. Drove past this thing, and there was slot machines, there was nice cars, there was motorcycles, there was tools out in the front yard. And I said, I said, they must have just got a divorce.
It's like no.
So it was all for sale. It was like cheap. Everything was cheap. the muscle car was like a $20,000 muscle car was 12 grand. I'm like, whoa, man, he's selling all the husband, yeah, because he's selling all the husband stuff while he was there.
That's
What it looked like.
We've seen
that's a
those
big-
before.
yeah.
No, we're not going to have that at all. Believe me, not at all. So we're excited though. It's going to be small. We've got, my family is coming in. My brother, I've got a brother and 2 older sisters, and they're coming down with their families. I've got 2 friends that are flying in, and it's actually kind of funny. A strange story. One of my friends was out of the country. He was out snorkeling with another friend of hers, and he was talking to the young lady that they were with, and she goes, "Really, Marlene's getting married?" Come to find out that Marlene went to college and worked with this young lady.
Wow.
So she calls and she says, and Marlene knew her, and she's like, "Can I come to your wedding too?" We're like, "Well, sure."
Wow.
And sure enough, when she got home, she says, "I talked to my husband. He can't make it, but I'm going to, and I'm going to be down there with Gray and Becky, my best friend, and his wife.
Wow.
So she's going to come down with them too." So I thought that was really cool.
That is
Just and they're in another country
Yeah.
doing their thing, and they
That's
realize.
so cool.
Yeah,
That's so cool. I know the kind of people that you meet all over the places.
Yeah.
When we travel sometimes, when we were just doing the park gig, down at the state park, we have people pull in and they check in and they go, "You're the beach guy, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Yeah." No, I wasn't on duty. I wasn't on duty. And they said, and they go, "You're a beach guy from Englewood Beach." I'm like, "No kidding." And they're like, "Yeah, we live right off the same casa." And it happened more than once while we were down there. So it was like, wow. And, it does happen a lot. I mean, we've traveled to Caribbean islands before, and we ran into people that were from Punta Gorda. And they were like, we were just talking, and they were like, I'm like, you wouldn't really know it, And I'm like, "Try us." And they're like, "Punta Gorda." I'm like, "Oh my God." Yeah. We did it when we traveled and went up the East Coast. We were in Maine, and one of our bicycles had a flat tire. So we took the bicycle and we called an Uber. We locked it to a tree, and we were going to get the tire. And the guy picks us up, and he starts driving us back. "Hey, we here. Well, I live here in Maine, just for this time of year." He goes, "But in the winter, I go to Punta Gorda." And we're like, "No way." Our Uber driver lives in Punta Gorda in the winter months. And I'm like, "Oh, unbelievable how it happens,
One of my best friends from work, Danny Perez, he originally from Miami. He's moved up to Ocala. And him and I were talking. Of course, he's coming to the wedding as well. He's one of the only work people, unfortunately, that is coming. But when I mentioned it and I told him what was going on, I said, "You are not going to believe who's going to officiate the wedding." And he said, "Who?" I said, "The beach guy." He goes, "You're kidding me." I know the beach guy. And he's from Miami or Ocala.
Oh, wow.
He's going from that information.
Yeah, and a lot of that happened. A lot of that happened too is because a lot of people in the area knew me from what I did here, but when the county did that thing to try to throw me off the beach, it really helped my business. It really did, because people were from Fort Myers and they were from Tampa, and they were coming here, and they said, "We just wanted to come here and rent some stuff from you to support you because we heard of what the county was doing to you." And I was like, "Wow, thanks." And so they actually kind of made my popularity better.
Yeah.
There was like free publicity,
A lot of exposure.
And and they were trying to throw us off just recently when they finally got their way, is they were still running commercials in the lobby of the commissioner's building. The pictures of the commissioners are all up across the top, and there's a commercial playing of me at the beach doing. And I'm like, so I even mentioned it when I went into the hearing. I was like, "You do realize that there's a commercial out there playing on a loop, like continuously, like." Do you not realize what I've, helped out with this community? Because a lot of people wouldn't come, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't come now.
You can see what the beach looks like now.
Yeah. I mean,
There's not that many people here anymore.
No, not like it was before. I mean, it was really rocking. We really had something good, and it was funny because they have that camera up there that is the.
Is it still working?
I don't know.
It is repaired.
It is repaired.
A month ago.
I look, there also is the Englewood. It's called Englewood Beach Earth Cam.
Yep.
And you can go to it and you can watch and you can see, since it's right here. What was funny is when they installed it, they first were turned this way. And then after they realized all my umbrellas were right here in front of it, they turned it this way, right in front of the umbrella.
Yeah.
So every time, I mean, I would watch Wink News, and I would see my umbrellas on there. So I actually contacted the guy, Matt Devitt or whatever. I contacted him through an email, and I said, hey, I go, every time when you do the story and you point up to the board and you say Englewood Beach, I go, they're my umbrellas. And he did text me back, emailed me back, and he said, oh, that's
Great
cool.
publicity
He
there.
said, it's cool. He said that you, watch and, I said, I get home just in time that
To
I'm
see it.
finished cleaning up and I see it. And I say, yeah. And it's funny because it's a picture from a little earlier and it still has all my umbrellas set up.
Sure.
Because they want people to see that. They want people to see people having a good time at the beach. And that's what it looks like. Yeah, I mean, you shine that thing down here and there's nothing here.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, wow, that's a
empty.
boring beach. I'm not going there.
Yeah. I've had family when they've come down and I haven't been.
Mhm.
Then I'd log in and I'd tell them, hey, you guys are down at Inglewood today? And they're like, I said, okay. Back when the boardwalk.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's all right. Go up to the bathrooms, start walking down. And when I tell you to stop, stop. And then they would, and I'd be watching them, and they'd walk down, and I'd say, okay, stop. And I'd say, now turn. And they wouldn't know that I was telling them to face back. They didn't realize the camera was there. I'd say, just turn and face lock and key. And they all knew which direction it was.
Sure.
I'd say, now start waving.
Yeah.
And they'd wave, and I'd say, yep, I'm waving right back at you. And they're like, what, you could see me with your camera? I'm like, oh yeah, I can see wherever you are. Just messing with them. But then, then once I filled them in that we had the camera up there on top of the facilities, they're like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I sent them all the link to it. So they could see it at night. I can't tell you how many times before I didn't realize it was back up and running. So it'll be great now.
Yeah, it's
But I've
nice.
turned it on, thrown it up on my computer screen,
Right.
and just watched the sunset.
Yeah.
Just because this.
I used to put it on at my house, and when I wasn't working, and somebody was working for me, and just checking on them.
Oh, there you go.
I'm sure you got 9 umbrellas left up out there. Get them people out of here.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
They freaked me out one time. It wasn't Tanner. It was Jimmy and Steve were here, and I was back at the house, and I'm close. I'm about a mile and a half away, and all of a sudden, I see this storm coming, and it's coming this way, back across, and the wind is, whipping like crazy. So I jump in my car and I fly down here because I look at the camera and I see they still got umbrellas up. I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing?
You're gonna
I
find
come
those out in
here.
the middle of the
I
water in
come
an
here
hour.
and I get right to the porch, and they had most of them up. There's 2 sitting right here, and they're concentrating on down here, and these are just flapping in the wind. I'm like, they're gonna go, man. We did have experience. Nobody's ever got hit with any of our umbrellas ever. There was a few times where it got dicey, and we lost 2. We hadn't been in business that long. And all of a sudden the storm came this way, and it came here in like 5 minutes, and it got here, and we had every umbrella down except 2 left that were right here. And as soon as I came, I was coming back with the 4-wheeler, and they went boom. They went like 40 feet in the air. They started flying down the beach. So me, instead of jumping on the 4-wheeler, I run.
You run.
I run after these umbrellas, and I'm watching them, and each gust is further and further.
One that keeps
So,
falling further.
so one flies up when there's condos. We're here. It flies up in there, and I watch it go up into the yard. So I said, well, that one's going to be there. I'll come back and
I'll
get
come
that.
back for it.
I go back down. I chase this one all the way down. Finally, goes into the Gulf, and I get stopping again. I'm so out of breath, and I walk back, and then by then it's pelting rain and just pouring down rain.
Yeah.
So I go up to these condos, and it's gone. And I'm like, where the hell is it? And I see some guy looking at his glass, and I'm like, hey, did you see this umbrella? And, no. I'm like, you probably got it in the So a year later, I'm driving down the beach, and there's my umbrella. It's up, and somebody's using it. And I'm like, you. I've got to say something. So I go over to him, and I said to the lady, I'm like, where'd you get this umbrella? And she's like, we bought it. And I'm like, okay. I go, why? I said, because I see that 2 of the rungs on it are broken. And I said, that's what happened to it when it flipped and flipped and flipped down the beach. And I said, I've been missing one for a year now. And I said, and I think this is my umbrella. And she says, oh no. She's like, we bought this. And I'm like, okay. So So I come back here and I'm like, that lady down there, she's got my umbrella, whatever. Well,
Yeah.
she marches up here and she says, I don't appreciate, she talks to her first and she says, I don't appreciate you accusing us of stealing. My husband's a lawyer and we don't appreciate you accusing us of taking your umbrella. And I said, it looks exactly like it. And I said, you know what? I said, if your husband was a lawyer, if it had 2 broken slats on the umbrella, you would take it back. And she didn't say nothing. She went, oh, okay. I never heard from her again. I never saw the umbrella again. But
Yeah.
so that's
So
what happened.
when you closed down and you had to obviously
you did get rid of the equipment. I gave away all the lounge chairs, and all the upright chairs. Actually, the upright chairs I saved for a little while because I did a couple weddings and I needed the upright chairs, and then they were sitting in the backyard, and I'm like, getting dirty. I had to clean them again. So finally, I gave them all away. But the umbrellas, I sold half of them. I had 70 umbrellas. I sold about 35. I got 35 of them still in my shed. Some of them don't have the Beach Guy logo on them because I never was around to get all the logos on them, but I still have them. So
I got a couple in my garage.
maybe you'll get one as a wedding present.
Well, there you go. So I've got the Beach Guy on it. Come on now. I got to have the logo.
I got the
Gotta have
stencil. I
logo.
got the stencil. I can put it on there. And I'll even sign it.
Well, that's even better. That's even better because we've got the hotel that we're staying at right there at the end of Beach Road.
Oh, okay.
And they've got one. And
They're my friends.
Yeah.
Mike. Yeah, Mike and Analia. Yeah.
as we're sitting there, I'm sitting there underneath it today as we pulled in. She needed to take a little rest, and I'm like, okay, you do your thing. I'm gonna go sit out by the pool a little bit. And I'm sitting there, and I look up, and I see the logo, and I'm like, so I had to get because I couldn't really read it from underneath. I'm like, what's that say? I step out and look over. I'm like, the Beach Guy. I'm like, wait a minute. I've been sitting underneath this umbrella for the last couple hours. Wait a minute.
I thought it would be great. I was like, hey, when I closed up, I was like, Mike's my buddy. And I'm like, here, just come grab them. I'm like, come grab a couple of them.
Well, it's perfect because every single person that pulls
Yeah,
out right
pulls
there
out
at
the
McDonald's
seats,
to make the right or
You
left.
see the beach.
Sees the Beach Guy, you see, because they've got it rotated to where it puts it out right there for you. So that's awesome. That's
great.
awesome.
Great. What time are we
Yeah,
looking
so
at?
we got
We're after. Okay, we're after. We said we were going to be on for an hour. We made it for an hour, and pleasantly, this gentleman was able to help us out. And he
I appreciate being
no, this is what we want to make it about. Is we weren't really sure we were going to do banter between us and tell stories, different stories that we've had here at the beach, and different stories that we people that we met along the way. And we were hoping that when it starts getting more into season, is we're going to have that happen. Is people who are watching and people who are following Facebook or YouTube or whatever will come and show up at night and come down here with us, and we'll put them in the hot seat. It's not going to be too hot.
It wasn't too hot.
It wasn't a hot seat. We could,
Good time of year.
we could really be a bad guy, host and try to really get under his skin or something. But we're not here to do that. We're not here to do that.
So my eyes can stay focused. Thankfully, I'm facing this way and not that way. We're all in trouble.
And it's great because we got to see the sunsets that it went down, and the moon's actually out here.
That's right.
Before I break it away, I'll go up and I'll show the moon, and I'll show over at the golf. But we can see that every week. So we're going to try to do it again next week. And every week after that, next week, since the boat race is going to be here, we're gonna go to Manasota Key Beach and do the same thing, and then we'll come back after the boat race is gone, and we'll do it every week.
This is the number one first.
This is the first episode. We did a mock episode the other night just to let people know this is what we were going to do, and we're going to continue to do it because I believe it's going to be fun. It's going to be. It's exciting.
I thought. That's what we came in down there, not sure, and we started walking, and I was like looking on the phone. I'm like trying to find you, and all of a sudden I looked over, and I'm like, well, I can see the green shirt on the table. I'm like, Mark,
it's got to be there.
So we just kind of made the beeline up, and this has been great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I appreciate the invite. Thank you very much for having me.
If we don't need to meet up tomorrow, I mean, do we need us to come down tomorrow?
I would love for you guys to come down for you to see the area. We will. For her to have the conversation with you because she does. She has the things of how she wants to get her head. You should see what she has done. I mean, the decorations. Put it to you this way: part of our goal here, to be honest with you, we're in our 60s. We've been married. We with our second marriage for each of us. But what we're doing in the plan design is we are designing our wedding, and everything she is putting together is all in silk. So it's all reusable. All the flower arrangements, all the pictures, all the planners, the candles, everything else.
Oh wow!
Now the little town that we come from is not a very well-to-do town. The people in the town can't necessarily afford a wedding like we're going to put on for ourselves. So what she's going to do is, when we're done with this, everything that we've put together for this wedding, we're going to bring back home. And she is going to be able to offer that in our little town to venues locally, to allow the young ladies to have a beautiful wedding in our town. You know, because we've got several venues there that she's already talked to, restaurant owners and a couple people there that have some space, where we can offer to these brides, hey, you know, you may not be able to afford the $10,000 amount. We can supply all that for you.
Yeah.
That will make your dream wedding,
Right.
and at a little flower here where she came together. Centerpieces are the size of this table, and she's ordered everything, and she's putting it all together herself out of silk. She's got an incredible creative mind, and what she's put together, I mean, literally. You'll see it. She's got stuff to bring down to the beach. She's got things that go down for us to walk down with flowers, and I mean it's amazing. I just look at it and kind of like, yes, dear. Okay, you need how many flashlight batteries? Okay, dear, I ordered you 100 of them. They'll light up all your little LED lights. You've got how many floaters for the pool? Okay, I can, you know, whatever she's and it's turning into a situation where what is left over, none of it is going to go to waste.
Yeah.
And it's all going to be able to be reused for a good purpose to help people that can't necessarily do it.
Right.
You know, why not?
Right.
Why not?
Sure.
You know, we did talk to a young lady back home that just got married recently, and she told her it takes nothing because it's all made out of silk.
Yeah.
So
And
she can change it. Yeah, it's going to last. She can make different things. She can make, you know, centerpieces that can be reused over and over again for the tables and that. So we're going to be able to hopefully turn that around and offer that to people that can't necessarily afford it.
Sure.
So, you know, why not, right?
Yep.
And so I'm going to, you know, I joke with her every time we go on a vacation, because it's like, okay, I picked up, she hurt her neck picking up her own suitcase for a 3-day trip. And I was like, seriously? And I went to pick it up, and I'm like, well, I just sprained my back picking it up. But you're only on a 3-day trip. So we're going to bring.
That's what it's going to be for longer.
Yeah, 2 weeks? Wait a minute. So
And a wedding in between.
you know, I joked with her. I said, we've got a U-Haul. I said, I'm going to get a U-Haul to bring everything down for the wedding. Beach, and we've got a, you know.
Well, hey, if it turns out to be a night like tonight, it's perfect. I
It'll
mean,
be
look
great.
at
Wind died
tonight. I mean,
down.
the way it's
Weather's
no
great.
humidity.
And we do
perfect.
hope you guys are going to be able to come back afterwards to the wedding.
Oh yeah.
We'd love for you guys to come back
Okay.
for dinner
So,
after the wedding. So,
yeah.
at least we put two on. We put two on the
Okay.
seating
Well, we
arrangement.
will.
So
We
you
will.
might be stuck with my brother. Sorry, but, I promise it doesn't bite too
Okay.
much.
Okay. Well, we'll
So,
definitely do that.
yeah.
So, and yeah, so tomorrow give me a ring, and then we'll whatever. What time's good for
Yeah,
you?
she's got an appointment. She's got to go to meet with a hairdresser or something tomorrow around
okay.
noon. So maybe
Okay,
sometime in the afternoon or
that's
whatever's
fine.
good
That's
for
fine.
you
Give me a
guys.
ring. Yep.
Okay.
Give me a ring, and we'll
Well, this
come
has
down
been
and
great.
meet you.
Thank you very
Hey,
much for inviting me.
thanks,
I'm
man.
glad this
Man,
is working
I'm
out for
glad
you
to
guys.
sit
It's
off.
been a lot of
I
fun.
want Susan to show the cat to the moon, the beautiful moon, and I guess the sky. Oh yeah, you can show the sky back there behind us. I hope we saw that, and we'll watch it back later and see.
It's a good sunset.
Yeah. see.
So how can I get this to show my family?
Just go on YouTube. Go on my channel. Just
Go to your channel on YouTube.
Oh, if you just type in the beach guy,
Yeah.
it'll pop up and you'll see that logo.
Yeah.
That logo will pop up, and just hit it, and it's the one that has like 1,500 subscribers or something. And subscribe if you haven't yet
YouTube.
on YouTube. If you haven't, subscribe to it, and I'll just keep getting more followers. And we want eventually for it to be just a lot. And it's not about trying to make monetary money or anything. We just want to do it because we thought when we were talking, we're like, this is going to be fun.
Just people.
If it goes nowhere, if not, it's going to be fun, and it's like Seinfeld. It's a show about nothing.
It's all about nothing, exactly.
And that's what it is. It's the Beach Guys. It's a show about nothing. But if you like the beach, and you know, I haven't met too many people along the way that don't like the beach.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've had a few people that go,
Being
I
kind.
hate the beach, and I'm like, whoa.
People say I don't like the sand, but they
Yeah,
like
yeah, I love the
Yeah,
beach. Yeah.
It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah,
the
does it?
yeah, they like the water, but they don't like the
That's
sand.
They just don't like where the sand goes when they sit down or
Right,
anything
yeah,
else.
it really
all it
goes.
is.
That's right. All right. Well, we're going to say sayonara for this week's episode. And next week, we're going to try to be at Minnesota Key, but I will post it out there exactly what time and when we'll be there. And it's going to change each week because the sun's going to go down sooner. So when we get to the time change, which is probably at the end of this month, the end of October,
Yeah.
it might be earlier. We might be out a little earlier. So he's going to have to play hooky from work.
What? No.
If that don't work, it's in the way, you know.
White's always got to be there.
You know, used to get the work here, but what kind of work is this? You know, like people used to be like, yeah, they're like, is it this work? You call this work? You call this a job? That's what some old guys are. You call this a job?
Oh yeah, you pick these things up.
Yeah. Right, you put it back. Yeah. They think it's easy when they watch it. All right, sayonara. We're out.
Take care.
All right, see ya.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome. Worse than Mark.
I tried to ask her multiple times. She turned